Time to celebrate state champions in this week's Varsity 360 right now. Welcome to Varsity 360, your home for all of the latest in Fredericksburg area high school sports. Mark Coleman here from the Virginia Varsity Sports Network. We have a packed show, very excited to get it ready for you, and very excited to be joined by one of my favorite sports reporters of all time. He is from the Fredericksburg Freelance Star. It is Mr. Taft Coghill. Taft, welcome. Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you too, Mark.
So it's basketball tournament pool time. You got Kentucky going all the way?
I might have went against the grain a little bit on my bracket.
Nathan wrote an article this past week about how to pick the best bracket, I think, but I noticed that he didn't actually say who was going to win it all. So
yeah,
who knows, right?
Yeah, he suggested going against chalk, and I think I took his advice.
Yeah. Well, talking about winning it all, so this week's episode is all about area state champions. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Number of great guests lined up for this week, and it starts with an awfully good one. She is a recent state champion in high jump at the 6A level from Colonial Forge High School. It is Crystal Jones. Crystal, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Very good to have you, and congratulations on your fourth career state championship. And you still have outdoor track to go, so I have a feeling you're not done.
Yep, not done.
So you won the high jump event, clearing 5'8", your personal best, I believe, 5'9". My goodness, how high can you jump, and how are you able to jump that high?
I did gymnastics for 8 years, and I learned to have flexibility, so my flexibility helps with high jump a lot.
Well, I bet. I have a feeling that it helps with a number of other things. So Taft, a very talented young lady in a number of events. She performed quite well at the state meet.
Yeah, very multi-dimensional young lady. Third in the 55-meter hurdles, 8.47 seconds. Seventh in the triple jump, jumped 36 feet, 11 inches. And she's going to take those talents up north to a prestigious school in Pennsylvania. You want to tell them where you're going?
I'm going to attend Temple University, where I'll be studying kinesiology.
Wow, so talented in a number of areas, not just on the athletic field. So, Crystal, you're going to be learning about proper technique and form for even better performance on the athletic field. Is that
Yes.
part of your intent there?
Yes.
Well, awfully impressive there. Taft, I don't think that I had my life quite so straightened out when I was a high school senior, nor did I have these kinds of credentials. So a multi-performer at the Fredericksburg area track level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was one of the top young ladies in the area in the 55-meter hurdles, the triple jump, the high jump, of course, and she's going to do a variety of events as well at the college level, correct?
Yes.
Could you tell us what you're going to be doing at the college level?
In college, I'll be running multi-events, so all the events I'm doing now plus more running events, yeah.
Any events that you're not doing now that you're going to have to learn at the college level that you're a little bit worried about?
Shot put and javelin.
Wow, that is a big difference.
It is.
Yeah, and maybe pole vault. We were talking about that a little bit before. Have you ever tried to pole vault before?
I tried it once, but it was scary.
You get up a lot farther off the ground when you've got that pole, or at least you're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got some connections to Temple. You've got some family from the area. You've got some familiarity.
Yeah, my family lives in Philadelphia area, so I think it'll be a good adjustment because I have family up there.
Well, you've got outdoor track coming up as well. The weather has finally turned. Tell me a little bit actually about the snow that delayed the state track meets. How did that impact your training and preparation for the state?
Well, we didn't have school most of the time because we can't practice when we don't have school. It was very mental to me because I was ready to high jump and to run, and when it got pushed back, it really had an effect on me.
And you lost your track coach last year, Sean Hill, the high jump coach at Colonial Forge. LaShawn Cook was coaching basketball. So who was coaching you during all this during the winter season?
Our new head coach, he was trying to help me, but I mostly did most of the stuff by myself. I just took what my old coaches taught me and used it.
And Coach Hill, was that a pretty big adjustment going from him to different coach? I know he was a guy who helped guide you all the way from when you were a ninth grader.
Yeah, he's been my coach since freshman year, so having to get new coaches my senior year was like pretty tough.
Well, congratulations again on an awesome feat. Your 4th state championship, 5'8" in the 6A high jump for the ladies. I'm sure that Colonial Forge is proud of you, as is the entire Fredericksburg area, on your performance. And good luck in the spring outdoor season, and also great luck to you at college. We hope to hear good things from you on the field as well as in the classroom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Crystal Jones, state champion from Colonial Forge High School. Let's keep the string of state champions going. We are now joined in studio by 5A track and field champion at the 55-meter dash. He is a junior from North Stafford High School. It is Nakim Morton. Nakim, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, congratulations, first of all, on an awesome performance, your first state championship. How did it feel to cross the finish line and see your name at that number 1 position?
It felt amazing going into my junior year.
So you were not ranked first going into this meet. In fact, you were 3rd, I believe.
Yes, I was 3rd. There was 2 people ahead of me. One of them was my big challenge, Marcus from Highland Springs.
What did that do to put a little bit of a chip on your shoulder going in, knowing that you were ranked 3rd?
He beat me in outdoor last year for the 100 in states. And this whole indoor season, I was just thinking I have to beat him.
And you did it. 6.46 seconds. Not quite a personal record, but only off by 0.02 of a second. So an awfully good performance. You had to be pleased with the way that the outcome was, at least.
Yes, very pleased.
Taft, another fine young man who is multi-talented. He had a good performance in another event at this state event, but also pretty strong player in another sport here.
Yeah, he was an all-area, all-conference football player, defensive back, and kick returner. And also in the 5A meet, he was 8th in the 300 with a time of 36.95 seconds. That is an all-state performance, but 8th, was that any bit of a disappointment to you there, or could you tell us what happened a little bit there?
It was very disappointing. My fastest time is actually a 35.75. I ran it before this meet, and it was heartbreaking. I was so mad.
What do you think led to that? Was there any bit of fatigue, or were you still overexcited about winning the 55?
I was still overexcited. I probably should have calmed down a little bit and get my mindset for the 300.
How much space was in between that 55 and 300?
There was a lot of space. I'm going to say probably like an hour.
An hour, but you still were kind of...
Still excited, yes.
The adrenaline going. Well, we talked to Crystal a little bit about the snow. How much did the snow and the weather impact your preparation, your training leading up to the state meet there?
It affected me a lot because, like she said, I'm so used to having conferences, regionals, and then ready for states. And states was pushed back 2 weeks, and it was really hard.
And there was also no regional competition, right?
Yes, and that hurt me, and that hurt some of my other teammates too.
Right.
So there was about 3, maybe 4 weeks in between the conference and the state.
Yes, it was all mental work.
Gotcha. What did you do during that time to kind of stay in shape?
Just worked out, ran a little bit. That's it.
Treadmill or outside or?
Treadmill.
Treadmill. Okay.
So outdoor track for the spring as well.
Yes.
So you're already into shape for that one, I'm sure, and meets coming up soon. Football again in the fall. You're going to be a senior, starting to look at colleges, and hopefully some colleges looking at you as well.
Yes.
Yeah, excited, nervous about that?
Little nervous.
Do you have any preference of what you want to do at the next level, whether track or football?
To be honest, it's whatever give me a full scholarship. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure I might do both in college. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
You'll at least impress them in the 40-yard dash, right?
Definitely.
No doubt.
What's your 40 time?
It's a 4.4.
4.4.
That's all right. No,
yeah. Well, seconds, right?
Yes.
Because I'm probably 4 minutes, but that's another story. We're not talking about me. We're talking about you, a state champion, and that's something that can never be taken away from you. So when you're a grandfather and you're talking to your grandkids, you're a high school state champion. Has that sunk in yet? You understand how rare that is?
Yes, really. I heard a lot around school.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure that you've got family and friends that are very proud of you. Certainly the whole Fredericksburg area should be proud of you. and you're not done. So you've got the outdoor track season this year, and then you've got all of your senior year to go. You've got your sights set on some additional state championships, I'm sure?
Yes, most definitely.
You want to make any prognostication now? I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay. The 100, 200. I was real close in the 200 last year. And I'm going to go for another 55 and next year again. If I would do it.
I like it. There's some confidence there.
Not a lot.
And I think it's well warranted. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, you usually have that type of confidence when you in track and field. You're the only guy out there. You don't have to rely on somebody else to do the work for you.
Yeah. It helps to be able to run a 4.440 to be able to have that kind of confidence as well. Exactly. I would imagine. Well, I have a feeling that we are not done hearing some good things from you in high school, and I certainly hope that there are some colleges that are sitting up and taking notice of what you have been doing. You're a little bit of a math geek as well, you were telling me. You enjoy math? That's good. Math. Good. Awesome. Well, certainly enjoy having Coghill Morton here in studio. State 55-meter dash champion in the 5A track and field. Just a junior from North Stafford High School, Coghill Morton. Well, how about we keep going with state champions? We are now joined in studio by the boys varsity basketball state champions at the 6A level from Colonial Forge High School. And oh, by the way, this is their second consecutive state championship, all under the direction of Coach Jason John. Coach, welcome back to the show. It's great to see you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, congratulations on an awesome win and a great season. Was this more difficult than the first victory last year, the first state championship last year?
Yes, the expectation was for us to make it back to VCU and give ourselves a chance to play in another state championship, and that was from the start of the season, so definitely more pressure this season.
Well, you've got an awfully incredible group of young men here who have joined you. How about you introduce these fellas?
Absolutely. Behind me in the back row to my right, Isaiah Williams, Marco Haskins, Winston Burgess, Clarence Miles, and Desmond Daniel. To my left in the back, Dominic Bogier, James Shellington, Eric Washington, TJ Flood, and Carrion Eaton.
Very good. Well, fellas, welcome to the show. I know several of you were here last year. Isaiah, how about you tell me, how was this past season, the expectations as a defending state champion versus last year when you were looking for your first?
Well, first of all, everyone thought that we should have won every single game. We didn't do that, but we won state championships, so it doesn't matter.
It certainly doesn't matter. Nothing to complain about. And in another 5 or 10 years, your memory will be that this was probably an undefeated season. And at the end of the day, you're still state champions and defending state champions. So no one really cares about that. Coach, tell me about this last game against Westfield. It was a 47-46 victory. Came down to the final seconds. Tell me about the late game strategy there and how that played out.
We had a decent lead through the majority of the game. Westfield, to their credit, did a great job of battling back and getting back in the game and actually taking the lead late in the game. Went back and forth a little bit, and we were in a scenario where we were fortunate enough to be down only one with the basketball. We called a play just designed to isolate Marco and let him attack the basket and make a decision. Either he's going to get to the hoop or pull up and shoot. He pulled up and shot. It came off the iron. TJ flew in there, got the rebound, missed the putback. And if you look at the pictures, there's 3 Westfield guys boxing Winston out, and they left James unboxed on the backside, and he put it right back in for us with roughly 3 seconds left.
Hey, James, could you tell us a little bit about that final play? I know your brother shot the jumper that didn't go. TJ got the rebound. How did you kind of find yourself in the right spot at the right time there?
Because when TJ had shot the ball, I just knew to crash the board because that's what Coach John always tells us to do. Always crash the boards. Ooh. So I was fortunate enough to get the rebound and put it back up.
What did it feel like hitting the game winner in the state championship?
It felt good. And then the team started running on the court, but I thought the game was over, but I looked up, it was still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, still 3 seconds left, and then y'all had to make a key defensive stand there. TJ, could you tell us a little bit about their inbound play and how y'all helped prevent that?
Yeah, we tried to put me and Kerryon between our guy and the basket so they wouldn't have a long throw out. So he passed the ball in, passed it right back to the inbounder. I cut him off, and James hit it from behind, and I sealed it.
And Winston was right there to dive on top of the ball. Could you tell us about that feeling and then some of the residual effects of jumping on that ball like that?
When I saw the ball come my way, I just knew I had to dive on it. So when I fell on it, I landed on my elbow, and my elbow got a little bit swollen from it.
I know after the game you said that was one of the best moments of your life.
Yeah.
Coach, it had to feel pretty exhilarating and gratifying to you as well. It's, you're climbing the mountain twice. You guys had a little bit of a mark on your back. Tell me about your sense immediately following the realization of the final buzzer and that you guys were two-time state champs.
This year was very different than last year. This year was almost a sense of relief. My whole thought process down the stretch with this group was, I wanted to make sure that we as a staff didn't do anything to let these kids down. And just to make sure they were prepared to be successful and put them in a position to be successful. Last year was much different. Last year was, I didn't understand, I guess, the gravity of the situation. It was all surreal last year, and this year was a lot more stressful.
A lot of jockeying personalities, a lot of personalities in this room and on this team in a good way. You've got some guys that help to lighten the situation, guys that are helping others focus and things. So it seems like it's a lot of symbiotic relationships here.
This is an extremely fun group to coach, and a ton of personality. Guys like Eric and Marco and Carrion, and there's a lot of big personalities sitting behind me, and they may be quiet right now, but it's a great mix, and guys they'll motivate each other, make sure that each other work hard, and make sure they're having fun while they're doing it.
So, Coach, we are recording this on Tuesday. You are now 3 days into your two-time state champion tour, I guess. Does that mean that you're 2 days into preparations for state championship number 3, or are you going to take a little bit more time to enjoy this before you start those preparations?
We generally give the guys about a month off after the season. Right now, my focus is on recruitment and making sure our 5 seniors find a place to go next year. If it's to play college basketball, then we need to find them a place to play basketball. If it's just a college, just to make sure everything's lined up and that they're squared away moving forward for their future. And then after spring break, we'll get the rest of these returners back in the gym, and nothing changes. We want to get better every day.
So you've got some players that will be returning, though, that were key players. Clarence had a big first half in the championship game. Taft, you're writing about that, right?
Yeah, he hit 2 big 3-pointers. Also had another, I think, a baseline J there. Had 8 points for the game, but really big 3 right at the first quarter buzzer. Could you tell us a little bit about your mindset that game, Clarence, and what are you carrying, and James? What are y'all plans for trying to lead this team next year?
Our plans are just to basically listen to Coach John and box out and defend. That's the key. Defense wins championships.
You have any thoughts for next year, Carrion?
For next year, it's just really finding a new identity for the team. We got 5 important seniors that are leaving, so that's really the mindset. Me, Clarence, James, Dom, Desmond, we all just gonna have to get better, step up, and just pick up for this year.
So 20 years from now, when you guys are back for your reunion, who's going to be the team clown then, you think? No one wants to. Eric, you don't want to step up on that one?
I mean, I probably would be. I have a great personality, and I bring out the best of my teammates. So I'll probably still be the same when I get older, but just more mature.
Has that realization sunk in yet? And I feel like the answer to this is probably no, but you guys will forever be linked as part of this state championship team at Colonial Forge. You guys will always have that connection. No one will ever be able to take that away from you. Can you tell me how that feels? Has it felt anything like that yet? No?
I mean, coming off where I wasn't here last year, when I came here this year, we won. It was just like a big shock. Like, we really just did this because since the beginning of the season, that's all we talked about, is just going back, winning. So.
In this team, y'all had lost a couple of key pieces last year with Gary and Jalen. Could you, Coach, address a little bit of the mindset where each guy had to kind of buy in and do their role to make up for those losses?
Yeah, one thing that I've been very proud of this team is it's a very unselfish group. The group that stepped on the court at VCU, our starters in the state championship, 3 of them weren't with the program this year, and it left opportunities for other guys to step up. Carrion came in and became our starting point guard and did a great job of that. TJ slid from the point over to the 2-guard position. Did a phenomenal job on both sides of the ball this year. Was our 3rd leading scorer, got it done defensively, very good in assists and steals, and did a lot of great things for us, helped us win a lot of games. And some other guys got minutes because of it. Isaiah transitioned into a starter for us this year, and James was able to get a lot of minutes at the 4 spot, replacing Damon. And then we just have a deep team. Clarence and Dom were able to come off the bench for us and give us quality minutes. Eric was able to come in and give us quality minutes, and in a lot of games, Eric played more minutes than Winston when Winston was in foul trouble and sitting on the bench. And it really is a group effort. You read a lot about the leading scorers, but everybody seated behind me is a huge part of our success in winning this championship.
Yeah, that seems to be the recipe for state championships. Got to have more than just a few leading role guys. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I'd say also an awfully impressive and capable head coach. Coach, big kudos to you. It takes a lot to be able to shepherd a team through one state championship. To do that again, back-to-back seasons, is really phenomenal. So my hats are off to you, and I know that the entire Fredericksburg area, and particularly Colonial Forge, very proud of their Eagles, 2-time state boys basketball champions. Fellas, congratulations. That's just awesome.
Thank you.
Great having you here. Well, that is the Colonial Forge Eagles boys basketball team under the direction of head coach Jason John. Well, what a packed show. Certainly fun talking about area state champions in winter sports. There were some other state champions from the area that have been highlighted previously. Let me run through them real quickly, though. Make sure we get all of the area state champions in this episode. In 5A swimming, we had Caroline Wanner from Brook Point. She was actually a double champion, 200 IM and 500 freestyle. The North Stafford 200 boys freestyle relay team also won first place in the 5A swimming. At the 4A level in swimming, Annie Boone from Eastern View, a double state champion, 100 backstroke, 200 IM. Owen Van Krimpen, also from Eastern View, 500 free. And Danny Partial from Louisa won the 1-meter diving championship. That was at the 4A. At 3A, from James Monroe, Brad Allison winning the 200 freestyle. Moving back to track in the 4A, Jonathan Graham from King George with the pole vault championship. And Taft, it was a phenomenal height that he was able to clear. Do you recall what that was?
Yeah, Graham was able to clear 15 feet at the 4A state meet. That was the highest of any classification from 1A all the way through 6A. I believe it tied the 6A champion. So only 2 people in the state were able to clear 15 feet.
And all I can think is that's a long way down.
Yeah.
That's the thing about there's a nice mat there.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That was Jonathan Graham from King George. A number of wrestlers from the area also winning championships, starting off with the Colonial Forge wrestling team, their 5th state title. Congratulations to them. They had individual champions Josh Nail at 126, J.D. Stone at 138, and Patrick Grayson at 220. In the 5A wrestling, there was Trevor Watkins from Mountain View at 145 and Thomas Parsons from Massaponax at 170. And finally, in the 4A wrestling, we had DJ Ahalt from Cortland at 106 and Brian Ramey from Eastern View in 132. My goodness. So winter sports, there are a number of state champions, but it seems like we had maybe at least our fair share from the Fredericksburg area.
Yeah, it's a lot of individualized sports, so you're going to have more, but this year I think it's probably more than I've ever seen.
Yeah. Awesome performances from all of the kids. Congratulations to all the names that we've mentioned. and certainly want to wish them well and offer our congratulations on those performances. That is going to do it for this Winter Sports State Championship edition of Varsity 360. Taft, the snow has gone, the sun is out, the baseball's, pros are in spring training. The high school kids have already started playing baseball and lacrosse and tennis and all of the. I kind of like the fact that spring is here. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I'm glad all that snow is behind us and we're ready to move on to some outdoor activities. So.
Sure. Well, I certainly hope that you have enjoyed our presentation of the Winter State Champions for Sports. Please check back next week as we will start our spring sports episodes right here on your home of all things Fredericksburg area high school sports, Varsity 360. Want to give my thanks to Taft Coghill from the Freelance Star for his involvement. I know you're a busy guy. I appreciate the time, buddy.
Oh, no, anytime, Mark.
Yeah, good having you. Thanks again. And thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. For all of the very good folks from the Virginia Varsity Sports Network, my name is Mark Coleman. Thanks for watching, everyone.